Swiggle Swaggle, Uncle Swag is back. Episode uno, dos, tres. We're going to make a 2-minute omelet. Eggs, turkey, 2 kinds of cheeses, tomatoes, onions, mushrooms, olives. We're going to put 4 eggs into a bowl on egg 3. Obviously, we're not worried about the mess now. We'll deal with it later. Small glass of milk, about 2 drinks worth. I don't know what that is in tablespoons, maybe 2 tablespoons. Whisker. As you're getting that going, now keep in mind we've already got our pan out, and I'm going to turn it to medium high, and we got some butter in there. That's it. Okay, whisking the eggs. Whisk them up until they're fluffy, fluffy. I'm talking light and soft, because that's going to be the ticket to your omelet. Trust me, omelets are not as tough as they seem. I'm not an expert, but I can provide a pretty good way to make sure you can flip it. No special omelet pans. We don't do omelet pans at Uncle Swag. We just work with what we got. Okay, so the pan's about ready. We take the vegetables, and this is my technique. I put them all in there first before any eggs, anything. Vegetables are in. A couple of tomatoes. We're going to save those for the end. You don't want to overcook the tomatoes. You can put the turkey in there, adds flavor, and keep the cheese out. Now we've got veggies in the pan. I'm going to top it with a little olive oil. We're going to get out spices from the cupboard. No omelet complete without a little bit of garlic. And we're looking for the pepper. Well, that's sage. You don't want to use sage in an omelet. Salt and pepper. Not handy, but we'll take care of that later. Okay, so you got your stuff cooking. And eventually we're going to take these off. Make sure your bottom of your pan's got all the soap on the dishes. Don't want to turn on the fan and ruin the sound. So we got the eggs whisked. Our toppings are cooking. I've got toast in the toaster. It is on. Toaster is on. Gonna get a plate. So this doesn't take too long now. Moving the tomatoes over next to the cheese. No food poisoning issues. Stay ahead of the mess. And we got our stuff cooking. You gotta grab yourself a flat spatula. I like this. That's all you need to make a successful omelet. And you get your stuff kind of heating up. You really don't have to cook it. Doesn't take long. You want to warm it and give it a little bit of simmer just to infuse. That's the word. Infuse those flavors. Take a look. Looking good. You could probably make this, use this as a base for about anything. But for me, I'm going to make a juicy omelet. I was hoping for 2 minutes. Not going to happen because I didn't have the pan hot enough. So that's okay. You can always whisk your eggs. You let them settle. And you want them to try and get creamy and really blend it in well. And like I said, that is the ticket. Get your whisker out. That's the garbage over there. Okay, my stuff is almost cooked. Now the big ticket is, a big thing, is when your toppings are cooked. Well, I lost the picture, but we played through that. We're going to play through that. You got to get your toppings out of the pan. It's the very same pan we're going to use to cook the omelet. Wash it off. Rinse it out quickly. Come right back. Use real butter for the eggs. Something about that really works well. Sauce is tasting good, or the filling for our omelet. Okay, now, let's see if I can make sure you can see this. Set those fillings aside. Let's get the eggs in. What we're going to do, I may pick up the camera for this. This technique is... Okay, what we're going to do, well, I don't know where the camera is on this iPhone. You want to get your pan... Sorry about that, people. The one-take wonder is going to be tough if I can't get this angle, because I can't really lift it up anyway. You're going to want to let the bottom cook, but as it cooks, you start moving the eggs and letting the spots fill in. So the egg gets cooked in the bottom, you kind of slide your spatula, and the rest of the egg, the liquid portion, will slide in. So it starts to get lumpy, like scrambled, but you don't ever want to panic. Now, kind of turn the heat down, and you want to kind of move the egg around until you barely have any liquid. We still do have liquid, but it cooks quickly. Keep an eye on it. Never leave the pan. Essentially, you've got a flat layer when it's done of scrambled eggs on the bottom. Now this is getting pretty hot, so I'm going to turn the burner off for now. Okay, and this is what it looks like. So, we simply add to one side the cheese, the tomatoes, and whatever you want you can put in this now. I'm not telling you what to put in, I'm just giving you technique, especially for the ladies, for your mom, whatever you guys need to do, but it ain't hard to cook. It takes a little bit of attitude and a little bit of swag. Boom, the filling is in, and we'll take a look at that in 1 second. A little bit more cheese. I use Sharp and Monterey Jack. Now, you know, says it's losing its luster. Hopefully you can see this now. We're going to just kind of pick it up, even if it's not perfect. Pick up the egg and flap it and kind of rub it over, and then you just move it into the corner, and then you start working with it like a sculpture. You kind of smash it in. You can make it fit how you want. There's no need to panic. Oh, it's not covering everything, but look at that. It's in half the pan. It's in omelet form. And guess what? We're going to cover it with cheese. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have a swaglet here in just a few seconds. We're going to take this cheese and go right over the top. Now you can also garnish it with whatever you'd like. Bacon. I like bacon. Didn't have any. I just grabbed what I had in the fridge. I mean, you can't tell me right there that you wouldn't eat that in about, well, it looks like it took 8 minutes. My. Anyway, from eggs to omelet, had all the ingredients. It's not tough. I heard the toaster. We're just going to dish that up. Cut it in half if you're sharing. I'm not, so I'm probably going to eat the whole thing. Yeah, we spilled a little. We lost a little of the base because I rushed it, but that's good. Definitely want to take your time when you're putting the omelet on. If you don't want it to break up, obviously I'm not cooking for anybody but myself. And it tastes the same. Get the toast. I used Middle Eastern flatbread. That's cool. And that's going to do it. Come right back over here. Got your toast and your omelet, and you're going to eat it. Looks good. Is good.